Hey everybody, and welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jackie later still like Jackson. So this one's coming from my poolside grill. I fooled you. So we're gonna do some prep work here and then go outside. I know it's summertime, it's Texas, and I got access to a grill, so we're just gonna keep doing the grill stuff. This one's gonna be a couple of these we've already done, which is pretty cool. But it's stuff that you can put on the grill that's not has to be meat, right? Like you can do like multiple stuff in case you need a side, or B, something for people that just don't eat the meat stuff. This is great. This is gonna be amazing. Before we get into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, ring the bell, get notifications when we do this on Tuesdays and Fridays, and check the link down the didn't realize it, but yeah, I'm playing with one of the spoons that we sell down in our merch shop. It's the season the spoon, just because it annoys Jack, because you got to put seasoning on the spoon. We got a couple of different things. It's down there. We got a pot holder that has a cuss word on it. How cool is that? Links down the doobly-doo, and shameless plug over. Let's just get into the food. This is going to be awesome. All right, so yeah, very simple. You just need one of these heads of cauliflower. You want 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter, some aluminum foil, and something to season this with. Now I'm going to use this tequila lime stuff because I've just grown addicted to it. But just salt and pepper is fine, or just whatever you want to season it with. Any kind of rub works perfect. First things first, you want to clean this. So once you get it cleaned, you want to go ahead and knock these stems off. The rest of the leaves, or I'm not quite sure of the anatomy of cauliflower. If somebody's out there can let me know, I'd very much appreciate it. Just cut the stem down and try to get as many of those off as you can. I don't eat them. If there's a way to eat them, I mean, anything's edible at least once. So if you come up with any kind of recipe or that kind of stuff, let me know. I just try to tear it out as much as possible. Just use a knife, and it's like hiding in the cracks. It's very satisfying to pull those out, just to try to weave those leaves out in between the head of the cauliflower or whatever. But yeah, try to get as much as you can. Don't cut the cauliflower bulbs, trees, whatever the hell you'd call them. The actual florets, I think is the proper term. Don't cut those off. So get you a nice piece of aluminum foil. I'm going to double it up, but you don't have to. Just one is generally fine. I just try to keep my butter in there. So get your seasoning, whatever you're going to do, and just coat the top of it. Like, you can leave it. The butter itself that we're going to use, if it's salted, will leave enough taste if you just want something else. That way everybody can individually season it or whatever. I like it. I'm going to eat all of this one, so it's just tequila lime. Be sure to nice and coat it with that. Now your butter, you can just leave as a giant chunk. Be sure to take all the paper off. I learned that the hard way. Take all the paper off your butter, and then just kind of flop it down. Now, get you a knife, and you're going to slice it up, put some small pieces of it in here. Now, I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it. This is how I learned how to do it. I just take the butter and I mush it to the top of the brain here, like I'm going all Victor Frankenstein on it, just like mashed it to the top, and then wrap this up. Be careful, don't spill your seasoning as much as possible. Be sure to get the hair off the butter. Hope nobody saw that. Just wrap this up as best you can. Now, don't worry if it's got a small gap at the top, okay? It's going to steam a little bit. You don't want it like blowing up or whatever. So you don't have to super tightly wrap it, just wrap it enough to get it down there. So I'm going to take a second one, cover it just because it's got little gaps. And when you first start cooking it, it's gonna start cooking the water and the butter off, and it'll come out of that thing. And just doing it a second time over the top kind of keeps that in for a little while longer. Now get your grill. You're gonna put it down at low, right, which is gonna be about 250, 300, depending on where you are in Texas or in the world. So just pull this off, check it out. Now ignore the pork belly in the background, so just keep an eye on this. You're going to put it in for about 25 minutes. Now, I keep checking mine. The first 25 is slow, right? You don't want to overcook this when it's starting to get too hot or it's like boiling out. And that first 25 minutes, go ahead and move it away from the heat. So after 25 minutes, you can pull this around and look around and see how the bottom is, right? All that butter is melted and run down, so you want to turn it around and put it back on the florets, let it cook upwards this way. I just did this way. So at about 15 minutes, I flipped around, but it's going to be 25 all total. After that 25 minutes, it's going to slow cook in the foil. You're going to just take it out and put it directly on the grill, okay? This is where it starts to do the grilling stuff, whatever. You can kind of see what it's looking like. At this point, it's just fried, right? You just got the heat and fried it a bit inside the thing. It hasn't been grilled, technically. So I flip it back over, I make a little pour spout, and the butter and seasoning that's left, I pour it down in between the florets. They make a pretty good bowl, right? Put it back in for about 5-10 minutes. And then once you've done that, go ahead and flip it around. You're going to start getting those the grill lines on the top. See? So 15 minutes, turn it. Another 10 minutes, let it sit. In the foil, pull it out. Fill it with the butter face down for 5 minutes, and flip it over. Do another 5-10 minutes until you start seeing the grill lines. See these here? You see them on top, you get them on the bottom. They're just starting to do that, and everything's turning brown. Again, I'll leave it in there for another 5 minutes, okay? That's a lot of time coming at you. I apologize. But again, it's going to be about 35, 40 minutes all total, 25 in the foil. The rest outside, just turning it like you would a piece of meat to keep an eye on. Once you've done that, and you start getting the grill marks and it's cooked enough where it's not like squishy but it's still solid, pull it out. Now, I always take it, and when I'm serving it to other people, cut off in the individual florets or whatever like this, and it works really great. This is well under our budget. This is like dirt cheap. You probably do like 4 or 5 of these for our budget that we always do in here, under $10. But this is great. I've used it as just a full meal. I absolutely love this. Shout out to Letty's mother and Jack's mother-in-law, who kind of showed me how to do this, or at least told me how to do it. I might not have done it the way she did it, but she showed me how to do this. Y'all got to try this one out. It's really, really good. And there you have it, folks. I told you it was going to be good. It looks weird. It's hard to cook, and it's weird to explain that you're cooking vegetables and stuff on a grill. But once that's normalized, we'll be set. If you do it differently, you want to see us do it differently, let us know. Put the comment down in the comments. That's what it's there for, man. You can also let us know on social media. We're at Facebook, Pinterest, and Patreon. We're at all those. Live Between Paycheck's Kitchen. We're also on Instagram at Live Between. Had to shorten it down over there. You can find me on all of those, including Twitter and TikTok. I'm on that one. Probably on a couple others, but I won't get on the truth stuff. So, yeah, come find me over there. I was way nerdy across the board on all of those, and I will see you next time. Yeah, I know, no gun show this time. I got a little too much sun, so I'm dodging the sun. And my kick-ass shirt, if you can't tell. This is from T-Villain, man. How cool is that? Not sponsored at all. I just love their gear, man. So, I'll see y'all next time. Y'all be safe.